that weight broke free. That's the hole she put in her. Alright, so we have a customer's machine in the shop today. A buddy of mine got this, and it had the audio roof on it. It had a tip over attack, which I think that's what caused that, and the cracked windshield. And then if you want to come over here, Chris just got here, so I'm kind of showing him all this too. I think this might be like bed linered fiberglass. Yeah. Well, anyways, he tipped this thing over. You can see a couple battle wounds on her, and he said now the radio is only coming out of one speaker, and he says the one speaker above the driver. So he asked if we could look at it and see what's going on. So when you turn the key on, all the speakers light up. So, I mean, that shows that they're getting power. There's one cord in the back that powers this entire thing. He said he tried shoving it in to see if it was just like unhooked or something. I figured what we'd do is I'm gonna turn it on, somehow pair my phone to this thing, because I don't know anything about this radio. I guess we'll mess with that, and then we'll start just pulling stuff apart and see if we can find like a bat or a wire that's not connected or something. So we pulled one of the speakers out. They're getting lights, like he said. We also figured out how to turn it on. Getting lights. We have music playing. I'm just gonna play this for a quick second. We have nothing now. So the one speaker was working. We dropped the amp. I know we don't have a light right now, but we dropped the amp out, and then some of the back ones kicked on. So we're gonna pull this down. We're gonna mess with it, and then we'll flip the camera back on. All right, so what did we find out?
All right, guys, so the weirdest thing about this whole situation is that the whole time all the lights on each of the speakers worked. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're all lit up. So we knew all the speakers at least had power. So the first thing we did, this was the only one working. Jake pulled down the one above him, and all the wires were intact. It looked fine, but then it had like a million other wires, and I'm assuming that was for the lights or something. I don't know. We threw that one back up there. We figured that it's got to be an amp issue. Pulled the amp down, and as soon as we dropped it down, it like all the speakers started working for a second, and then everything stopped, even this one that was originally working. So Jake pointed out that there was a whole plug, like a giant one, that was completely out. He's like, oh dude, it's probably that. So I plugged it back in. It was hard to get in, but once we got it to click, all of them started working again, and we're good to go.
He also said that it was like making like a weird like wind humming kind of noise or something. We're gonna run this thing down the road real quick though and see if we can see what that noise was that he said he heard.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is that it's a Can-Am.
No, that's definitely not it.
I didn't really hear anything other than that loud ass rattle, dude.
Well, the vibrate, it vibrates the whole machine.
Oh, you know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there is like a 5500.
But it goes away once you get up faster. I think it stays there.
Yeah. We did mine. I think we used a ratchet for the whole thing.
I could call him.
That doesn't look normal.
Yeah, I don't think them are supposed to be loose like that, dog.
Oh, it's broken.
Yeah, that's broke. So I said I heard something snap, dude. It sounded like a rock, so I guarantee a piece broke.
Yeah, that's broken.
Yeah. Well, you got a f***ing hole in the bottom too.
Where?
Right here, dog.
Oh, that's what blew out then. Jeez, bud. That's a f***ing
You're like,
hole.
where? I'm sticking my hand through
I
it.
get a whole fist in that. Dude.
When we were driving it, there's like a hell of a vibration. We took the clutch cover off, moved that broken piece.
That's not supposed to do that. This one is fixed. This one should also be fixed.
Yeah, it's like
but it's not.
free floating. And then there's down below, there's a hole in the,
That should go straight.
yeah, and then down below there's a hole right in the clutch cover.
I wonder what.
The one on the other side that I was moving was loose. Did you hear me clicking it back and forth?
Yeah. Dude, these have a ton of wear too. I also went through several axles on my Can-Am. Fun fact, yeah.
That thing, you just got bad luck, bro. That thing was garbage. All right, so it is a couple days later. This weight here on the primary is completely broken. So we're thinking that when that weight broke, pretty much sent that weight right through the clutch cover, and that's what broke it. New primary. This is a mother clutcher primary and secondary. From my understanding, possibly a little bit better than factory, but here's the primary. Secondary is still in the box. Still got to get the belt off. I got to find, I don't know where he has his tools, but I got to find the thing to pretty much bring out the sheave on the secondary to change the belt out. So I gotta find that in his tool somewhere, get the belt off, and then I think what I'm gonna do is just knock the sway bar end link off so I can get an impact in there. Grab a 17 mil, I'm gonna pop the secondary off. I got the sway bar end link out of my way. So I'm gonna zip this thing off real quick. Got 22 mil, can go ahead and zap the primary off. All right, looks like 19 mil for this motor clutch puller. I'm gonna get it off with some air. So I officially have tried 3 different impacts. So now what I'm gonna do is put some grease on here and try shoving it in there. We'll make like a hydraulic press essentially and pump this thing out. Yes, let's go. I got the primary off. What I did there, which I know I didn't really explain it, I pumped it full of grease, and it essentially, grease doesn't like to break down, I guess is the best way to put it. I'm not a scientist, so hopefully this helps you understand. Put the grease in there, that clutch puller tool pushed in there, so I had nowhere to go, so then it pretty much took all the force, pushed it off the crankshaft, and then popped the primary clutch back off, if that makes sense. But yeah, I got it off. So now I just gotta take the inner clutch cover out, put the new one on, put all the new stuff on, and we're good to go. All right, clutch cover is off. Got it chilling over here. This is a better look at it. When that weight broke free, that's the hole she put in her. I gotta get the new clutch cover opened up out of here. Went ahead and I swapped this little foam thing over. I'm guessing it's just to kind of keep moisture and stuff out of the actual clutch cover. So I got it on the new clutch cover. Go ahead, put the cover on, and then we'll get to putting the new clutching on. All right, got the new primary, the new secondary, and that inner clutch cover on this Johnny. I was gonna run it down the road real quick because you're supposed to pretty much run it, get it up to top speed, make sure everything's still kind of torqued. I have heard people say they just run it, they hit it with an impact, and as long as it's tight, they're good to go. I ran it down the road. That vibration sound we felt in one of the other clips at the beginning of the video, completely gone. Clutch engages like pretty much instantly once you hit RPM. Like once you put your foot on the gas, it kind of starts to take off, engages a little bit quicker. I'm guessing it wasn't engaging right away just because it was unbalanced because one of the weights in the primary clutch was broken. But I ran it down the road. I kind of hit everything real quick, snugged it back up, but I threw the clutch cover back on after I did that. Got the sway bar bolted back down both sides. So this thing is officially ready to rock again. Pretty easy, swapping out the primary, secondary, and the inner clutch cover thing. The only issue, like you guys seen, was the primary did not want to break free at all, but I squirted a little grease in there, got it to come off. That's super awesome. I'm happy that it came off because I would have been very upset if it didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna give the owner of this thing a shout, tell him it's good to be picked up. If you guys want to see more side-by-side content, all this channel is about is side-by-sides. We upload weekly. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss future content because we got some pretty pretty sweet stuff planned out for you guys. Till next time, I'm out.